Good evening. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're having a blessed day. I'm just in to have a little chat tonight. As you can see, I'm not really dressed up. I'm coming in real. So I wanted to take a moment to talk about my situation, where I am currently in life, how I want things to take another turn. And so here I am sharing some stuff with you. And hopefully, this can, resonate, help, inspire, whatever. Or even you can help me out. I don't know. I'm in a point where it became kind of urgent for me to express myself, I guess. Maybe it's a way of giving back what people gave to me, like the advice, the help, the energy, the mindset, everything, all of the things that I realized that helped me be where I am now, which means a freelancer with a lot of freedom, but also not much stability, which is fine because I choose it. So I feel fine with it. But obviously, that's not my goal to live like this. I'm fine with it for now, but I am working my way to something better, something that feels more like I'm in control of my time, of my activities, of my thoughts. I am now in Argentina, came all the way from Paris. I'm kind of on an adventure, definitely on an adventure. This probably did something to my energy, my will to do something different, right? I'm very lucky. I'm surrounded with amazing people. I'm surrounded with love, smiles, energy, determination, a lot of willpower, learning people, and always open, always very supportive. So I had literally no excuse to not show up here tonight. I'll say it, I've come a long way. Like, literally, I'm not that old, but I've had already many different activities. I've been to many different places, and I'm so grateful for that. And now is kind of the time for me to set the bar straight, I guess, put more energy and more intention in everything that I do. But I want it to be in a direction that feels true to me. I don't think that I should be wandering around for so long anymore. So, this is my attempt at sticking with something, talking, expressing myself, people telling me that I have a voice, which surprised me. And in another way, it didn't really surprise me. It's one of these things when it's about yourself, it's very hard to see. For some people, most people, I think, it's very hard to see, to understand yourself, and to value your strength, value your skills, value your gifts, right? Tonight, I felt like, why not give it a shot? Why not experience this? I love talking because I love listening to people. I love observing, and I never really thought I could have an impact outside of my close people. But I kind of do, apparently. And I want this to go further. I want to connect with more people. I think there's like a limit to what you can learn when you're all by yourself, hiding what you're doing, not sharing it, not expressing it, thinking it over and over and over again. Is basically what I've been doing my whole life. And it's been fun. I've been exploring many things mentally, right? But even though I traveled, so I've also explored things like out there, I never really did it and used it for myself. So now I feel I need to invest more of everything that I see, everything that I hear, everything that I say into myself, back to myself, like make it sustainable for me because we kind of forget about ourselves a lot. This is not the way to do it. If you're willing to help someone out so much, why won't you help yourself out just as much, I guess this is all about balance. So I'm trying to balance this out and act more, do more, get myself out there, experience things, make mistakes, because there's no really mistakes. It's you do or you do not. By not doing, you're missing out. By doing, you're not missing out. You might fail or get it wrong, but you're always gaining something rather than if you didn't do it. This is the typical speech. You've heard it everywhere. I have not invented it, but it's actually true. And I think that this finally got to me to the point that I feel the urge to sit down. It is currently 8 p.m. and I'm just sitting down here by myself talking to you because I felt I had to, right? And it's a really nice feeling to finally be doing something and to finally putting myself out there. I guess this is more accurate because it's not like I've done nothing, obviously. Like I'm working, I'm traveling, I'm, being a human in this human life. And yeah, I'm really grateful for that. And I need to go to the next step. This is, at least this is the feeling that I got. I've I've had like a lot of motivation and support and inspiration from the people around me, as I told you. So I need to believe in myself now and I need to do it. I need to talk. I need to, learn more and activate all of that. The feeling of when you've done something and you're like proud of doing it, I kind of miss that. So this is my new challenge and that's it. I really wish that we could spend more time investing in our own potential and discovering its experiencing. You don't know yourself until you tried being yourself. And there's no wrong in trying something that doesn't match you in the end. There is no wrong in trying to be your best self and not being your best self yet. You know what I mean? It's a process. This is my process now. Put myself out there. This is my challenge for the next few weeks. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And I think you should be excited too. It's we can have a brand new day every day. We can have a brand new personality every day if we want to as well. We can have a new role. We can have a new activity. Of course, life will probably make it more or less easy depending on your circumstances and whatever setup you find yourself in. But there's always a little amount of time that you can own and decide what you're doing with that time. Even if in the time that you're busy doing something else, maybe that you don't like, you can also adopt like the energy that you want. You can adopt the tone that you want. You can smile or you can look angry. This is your choice. And those little choices are what eventually build up until they show you a new door, a door to what's next, a door to take or to not take. And you don't really know what's behind that door. It's always like that. But if you have the curiosity to go and open it, you can have a completely different life just like that. Sometimes really it feels like that, it's crazy. So be open, be open to yourself, be open to others, be open to the signs. If you see something unusual or that you feel like you're drawn to doing something but you don't really know, oh my god, am I really able to do this? I'm not qualified, I've never done that before, I don't know anybody who done that before. This is okay, it's okay, like it really doesn't matter. I mean, people are too busy minding their own selves. So you can go out there and do whatever you want. You can go in the street and scream, and everybody's going to look at you for like 2 seconds and then they will forget. I promise it's okay. Do whatever you feel like doing. Do it in your own way, right? Have a good intention on whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve. Believe in yourself and try. Get into the habit of doing, even if it's like small, whatever it is that you want to do. I don't know, maybe tomorrow you want to be selling flowers, right? Start to learn about what flowers you like more and how to put them together. What's the story of that flower? What the smell can you make you feel like, think of, feel like, etc., etc. And before you know, you will already have like your own opinion on what flowers goes for what situation and for what context, for what setup, whatever. It's really about starting. And then once you're like a little bit more into the research, you can really quickly you need to start doing it, trying something, right? Do a bouquet. Go get some flowers and try to do it for yourself and see if you would like to do it for other people. Things like this. And maybe it will be very quickly, oh, hell no, or oh, hell yes. And that's when you know. And if it's a hell yes, you go 100%. You go 100%. No excuses, no nothing, because you're doing this for yourself, remember? You're doing this to get yourself out of the life of someone you don't want to be living, the life of someone else that people told you you should be doing this, you should be doing that. But what do you say? Tonight, I say I'm doing podcast. Life will always send you a lot of stuff. I think we should all consider all of these things like gifts and really take the time to observe, analyze, understand, feel, and act. Because this is the most important step. Literally, this is the most important step. If you go through all of the steps of analyzing, observing, listening, feeling, and then you don't do, then this gift is not being exploited to the full. The purpose of the gift is to be used. But if you're not doing, pointless. it's not completely pointless, I'd say. Maybe it's helping you understand yourself internally more, but if you cannot express yourself externally, then nobody will respect that part of you. Nobody will respect who you really are. That's a shame. Nobody wants that. I don't want that for you, and I don't want that for myself as well. So that's why I'm here, to change things for myself. Yeah, hopefully this is going to take me to new places that I would have never expected to go. And that's all I'm about. I love adventure. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm currently in Argentina. I am from France. Everybody was like, why the hell are you going there? You know what? Why not? I like to see new things. I like to feel new ways, and I like to try doing new things. So this is my challenge to myself while I'm in South America, is to express myself more, put myself out there more, connect with more people that way, my way. As simple as that. It feels simple now that I'm doing it. I promise you. But the way it was hard to sit down here, you have no idea. It's been years since I'm thinking about, oh, I would love to do a podcast. And only now do I sit down and actually start recording myself. I remember how it started. I was hiking with a friend from high school and I hadn't seen her in years. And we were walking and being very exhausted because it was a long walk, but it was beautiful. We were catching up in nature. There's no better, at least for me, there's no better setup than that. So we're walking and having these deep conversations. And suddenly it makes me laugh because we're talking about such huge concept of life or whatever. And in between you can hear us like can't even breathe. And it was funny. I told her we could have a podcast together where we are going on hikes, recording ourselves, walking and talking. This will be the hikers podcast or whatever. It was just a random thought, but then it never left to this day. So today is a celebration for me. You know what I mean? It's really amazing how long things can take sometimes from processing them internally to expressing them externally. It's very fulfilling. I am telling you now, I'm feeling it. I feel good. I'm happy to be here and I'm going to have an amazing life because I did this for myself. Hopefully, it's helpful to you guys. Talk to other people, inspire other people, right? Do whatever you have to do now. Whenever you have a minute, do it. Think about your projects, think about your dreams, think about who you are, who you want to be, who you want to become based on your dream self. Start seeing things like this a little bit more. I promise to you, you're going to have a fun time. Fun time trying, fun time failing, fun time succeeding in whatever it is that you want to do. Let's do it for ourselves because this world is crazy. It's amazing and it's terrible, like just as much, probably yin yang stuff, balancing forces, just as much struggle you can encounter in your life, the same amount of goodness is waiting for you, right? You have to go get it though. The bad stuff is coming without you asking, but the good stuff, you need to go and get it. Create that opportunity for yourself. Keep opening doors. Make sure you're aware and alert of opportunities, signs, all of those things that could bring positive to your life. Be 100,000 times more open to that rather than the negative. Focus on that. Once you see a little bit of light, run, grab it. You'll see even more light after that. It's like a good circle. It's a really good circle. I don't want this to be 1 hour long. I would love to talk more though. Let's keep the rest for another time. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening. If you're still here, cheers with my tea to good stories to share, more advice to give, receive. I hope you have a good day. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll speak to you soon.